The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5. Get $100 in bonus funds when you use sign-up code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no voice, no guys. Me, really raw, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. All right. I have to say, in non-NBA news, kind of NBA news, Woj exploded in the game. Was that real? Please tell me that wasn't real.
Yeah, he got ejected.
No way Woj got ejected out of the game. I was hoping that was Central or Sentinel. I was hoping that was Sentinel so bad. So bad. The day is already starting off amazing, Scott. Better for some than others. Oh, what happened? What happened? What was the best thing that happened over the weekend? Cade's Spanish, maybe?
You mean for basketball or for me in general?
I mean, it could be basketball. Let's keep it in the NBA.
Okay.
The Woj thing is right now killing right now over the weekend, but there was a lot of good moments over the weekend.
Yeah, college basketball starting in general is probably up there. Definitely nice to see a bunch of teams in action today. Thinking of some NBA stuff, I mean, Luka had a triple-double last night, but I can't say that was too shocking. So I'm trying to think if there's anything that was, I'd say, crazy. But
I mean, then I have the number one storyline that is going. Where is it, Scott? There it is. Ja Morant. I don't know at what point what happened on Friday, so how much got actually covered before the weekend. But Ja Morant got suspended because of his comments after which game was it?
it was the Laker game on Friday.
No, he didn't play in the Laker game.
Yeah, he did.
So he got suspended for the.
He got suspended for the game tonight, but he got in trouble after the Laker game.
Oh, okay. Either way, 1 game suspension. The comments that clearly from the press conference interview at the locker room, whatever, clearly there was something said in the locker room with the team about how the loss is pretty much on Ja, and Ja looked like shit. He did.
For reference, he scored 8 points.
There was actual real talks that it was Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr., and they both need to be investigated with the gambling scandal. Like, it was bad. And so Ja came out of that talking to the media, talking about, oh, well, apparently it's all my fault. Gets suspended.
By the way, sorry, I was being corrected. He got suspended for the game against Toronto. I forgot that Memphis played yesterday.
Okay, so he goes, he gets suspended. They still lose.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. I mean, Toronto can actually score. They couldn't without Ja, but I forgot they did play yesterday. So yeah, apologies.
And so now there's serious, legitimate talks of the league calling in, inferencing, hey, is Ja Morant going to become available? And my thing here is, how did we get here? How did we get here? So we went from Ja is the reason that Taylor Jenkins gets fired because Ja doesn't work in the offense anymore, and they wanted to transition out of that, to now hiring a new coach that does the offense that Ja Morant wants to do. And now there's a problem on everybody's part?
To be fair, the new coach also has no idea how to actually design a defensive scheme, so that doesn't help either. But I think we'd all know that Taylor Jenkins, at least the Grizzlies were better when he was still around. That much we can agree on. even ignoring all the details behind the scenes and everything, Taylor Jenkins, as of right now, is a better basketball coach than the current coach of the Grizzlies. They downgraded.
100%. So,
well,
I don't see how Memphis gets out.
I'm just going to ask though, because this team wasn't very good to begin with. They're hurt every year. They signed Ty Jerome, who's still out indefinitely. I mean, how deep do you want to get into this? Because I don't want to say anti-Ja, but I've been a lot lower on Ja for the last year or so than I'd say other people. Even just besides the personality issues and the off-the-court stuff with the guns, he can't shoot. And I've mentioned this for a long time. He's an abysmal outside shooter. And if you're going to be a guy that attacks the rim all the time and a guy who defenses can sag off of and treat like Rondo, basically, or Ben Simmons, and just dare you to shoot the ball from the outside because you can't shoot, you're going to be limited. And I feel like defenses have realized, why are we guarding Ja all the way in the perimeter when he wants to get downhill? If you want to look at the actual numbers for the last couple of years for Ja, just for reference, in his career, he's a 31.3% three-point shooter. In the last 4 seasons, 30.7%, 27.5%, 30.9%. Do you know what he's shooting this season from 3? If you want to guess.
12.
Okay, so it's not that bad. He's shooting 15.6.
Oh, dear God.
So the issue is, and Andre's mentioned that he can't play defense. Besides that, if your offense is, I say your offensive strength is getting downhill and occasionally hitting some mid-range jumpers, getting to the line, etc. Not to mention the injury history, not to mention the underwhelming defense. If you just fundamentally as a guard can't shoot from the outside, it's tough to build around you. I mean, you can make the argument that he's the same flaws basically as Zion, even though they're different positions. Same draft class, off the court issues, never healthy, can't shoot. Pretty similar issues side by side. But I'll ask you, because if I'm Memphis, I'd be fed up too. Because Jenkins could coach. And clearly Ja wasn't happy. The team was still pretty good.
But, like, I don't get it. If you're going to fire Jenkins to make Ja happy, how do you end up with a coach that Ja still doesn't like?
Yeah, that's a separate point.
What? How did you do that?
The issue I have with certain players, which you can apply to a lot of guys around the league, these fringe superstar guys, they get very stagnant. They become a certain player that plateaus at a certain point. And you feel like for a couple of years, they just have not improved on anything within their game. It feels like Ja's been the exact same basketball player for about 3-4 years. And there's some skill there, obviously. The explosiveness is key. The injuries, of course, are there, which you can't ignore. But that's part of the, I'd say, breakdown of Ja's career. But he still can't shoot. And that's been an issue for his entire career. And when you're looking at a guy to build around, so to speak, if there are serious flaws that are never getting addressed, you have to consider moving on. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the only way out of this now. Like, I just don't understand how do you fire a coach because he couldn't get along with the superstar? You take the superstar side, and we're sitting here. How many games?
We're 6 games in. Well, technically 7 because he ended up getting suspended for 1.
7 games into the season, and he's already not gelling with the new coach. Mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. Wow, flush Memphis down the toilet. Oh, man. Oh, good luck. Good luck convincing me to take it. We're going to have some serious conversations about this game later, Scott. All right. Before we get to the actual games being played today, college basketball is tipping off today. College basketball games going on right now. Woj. I have to. Is there video, Scott? Is there video of Woj whatever he was doing? I have to see it.
I saw some stuff circulating. I cannot say that I actually watched it, but I'll tell you what. You can continue your thing, and I'll see if I can find a video for it.
All right, I appreciate it.
I'll text you the video link if I find it.
There we go. college basketball tips off this week. Make sure to subscribe to the College Experience, catch their daily podcast, and download the SGPN app for free college basketball picks. All right, and while Scott's doing that, I'm focused on the slate that we have here today in the NBA. Let's tip things off in Brooklyn with the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Scott's Brooklyn Nets. Minnesota's laying 8.5. Open up at 9.5. 226.5 is the total. Trusty underdog with the injury report here. Appreciate them. And we have Anthony Edwards still out. Also, Brooklyn hasn't submitted yet because they played yesterday. All right, Scott. Well, Brooklyn's 0-6.
Yep.
I can't say that we didn't think that they would be here because we did.
I mean, I have their under 20.5 wins in my back pocket, which I don't know if I should grade it as a win or not, but I thought they'd get to like 15. I may have been generous.
Well, at this pace, they are currently on pace for 0 wins this season.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. I'm not complaining about it. 3 very good prospects. Just finished top 3 in the draft lottery, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
I mean, the owner came out and said we're trying to suck, so I don't know what people expected.
But, teams that do this are the teams that go into the lottery and end up with pick 5.
So what the Nets do, though, the Nets have always been a team that kind of takes turns selling entirely and buying extremely. That's what they've done. They set up the big 3, of course, with Harden, Kyrie, and KD. They had the big 3, different GM, with Pierce, Garnett, etc. And then in between, they suck and they nuke the thing. So I'm not surprised as to what happened. They traded away Durant, traded away Bridges, got a bunch of picks, and we'll see where they go. But going into this year, I think we all knew they're going to be bad. And the rookies don't look good at all, which is a separate concern. But the team is intentionally bad.
Was it Michael Porter Jr. that was talking about, our guards suck?
I don't know if he said that directly, but he's the one with the platform, so probably. I'll put it this way, not gonna go too deep into it. Ben Saraf should be in the G League. Like, he's not an NBA player. Igor, I don't mind. I think he's okay. But Saraf can't dribble. Like, Saraf's just an objectively bad basketball player who maybe can figure it out at some point, but he should be in the G League. Like, I feel like the Nets have a bunch of guys who cannot contribute now as rookies, and if that's the case and your roster sucks in general, you're not going to win anything. And right now, as you said, they're on pace to go 0-82. So I'm on Minnesota. Nets are on a back-to-back. Got killed by Philly. Wasn't close. I don't know why this would be different. I don't think Minnesota's good, but I think that Minnesota's obviously a lot better than this team. So I'll go for Minnesota. Maybe Randall's pissed being back in New York. Maybe he has a solid game there. But I'll go for the Timberwolves minus 8.5. Do you want to make any case for the Nets?
Nope. I mean, yeah, they could randomly have some crazy scoring day.
They can't guard anyway.
They could have some random scoring day and keep this game close, but
the thing about the Nets, though, is they can't score and they can't defend. They're an abysmal defense. So even if they have a good offensive game, that might not save them in this one. So, yeah, they're not really good at anything. That's kind of my thoughts.
Yeah. Oh, man. Brooklyn, we're in Game 7. Game 7 for you. And we're already completely giving up.
I mean, they gave up preseason, but hopefully you tailed the under 20.5 wins. I still can't believe it was 20.5. That was a gift and a half.
Yeah.
So I said 15-67. They might win like 12. This team is a joke. It's really, really bad. So, yeah.
128 points given up per game. They're giving up an effective field goal percentage of 61%.
Yeah, and if you watch the games, they're not fluky because I think Claxton's pretty bad too. They can't rim protect. They can't stop anybody on the perimeter. It's ugly. So I got nothing else to add. I'm trying to think of when I would ever back the Nets at this point. And I don't think I would. I think I'd rather just skip the game entirely instead of actually putting money on the Nets. It's not worth it.
Fun fact, the Nets are actually 0-6 against the spread in the first half, and they are teams are 6-0 to their first half team total playing the Nets,
Yep.
who are on a back-to-back right now.
Minnesota.
All right. That's enough of that. Let's see here. Next game up on the docket, we've got the Milwaukee Bucks on the road going to play the Indiana Pacers. Pacers catching 6.5 at home.
They won a game. That counts. They beat Golden State.
235.5 is total. They did win a game. And they came like in glorious fashion coming back and winning that game, by the way.
Siakam with a big 3 at the end.
All right, injury report for the Milwaukee Bucks. And it is, there we go. Giannis is probable. Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be out for a while. Then we got Johnny Furpey is probable. Ray J. Dennis is questionable. No, Nembhard, Mathurin, McConnell, Toppin, Cam Jones, Halliburton. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Both teams off pretty bad losses, though. I mean, the Pacers won a game, so good for them. The Bucks, though, lost to Sacramento, of all teams. And that was a track meet. The game was actually very fun. I think Milwaukee, after that loss, comes out and buries this team. We know that Indiana at home can be tricky. We know Milwaukee has some bad blood history, historically speaking, against Indiana. I'm sure Giannis wants the game ball still. If you know, you know. But I'm going to go with Giannis to dominate this game. Look, at the end of the day, the Bucks still scored 133. They just couldn't stop the Kings for some reason. This offense is actually pretty good. I mean, Giannis has been playing out of his mind. The three-point shooting's been solid. I think Rollins is filthy. Rollins is good. I like Rollins as a player. He is what the most improved player should be, instead of Wemby being one of the favorites in the market, which is just insane. But I do think Milwaukee's team actually looks better than I expected. And Indiana, they beat Golden State. Golden State, though, on the road hasn't looked that impressive, and Kerr mentioned it. They struggle against teams missing their best players. They lost to Milwaukee without Giannis, and then they lost to Indiana missing half their team. So it's kind of just a Steve Kerr Warriors thing, but I know the Bucks can score. I don't know if Indiana can actually score. I'll go for Milwaukee minus 6.5.
So, first of all, this is Giannis against the Pacers.
Yes, so he's walking into 35 minimum, most likely.
And more than likely, surely 10 rebounds, but more than likely to the 12 to 15 type of range.
Probably. Triple doubles are on the card, potentially.
It is as well. I mean, nobody's been able to stop him this year. So this is really just a horrible spot for the Pacers.
They won a game, though. Good for them. I still think they should be tanking.
Win.
But Milwaukee off that loss to Sacramento, that was a home game, too, I think. They might be a little bit pissed off. I can see them taking some frustrations out on a bad team.
Miles Turner revenge game.
Okay. Sure. I'm not going that far. Based on the Halliburton quotes, it might be a revenge game for the entire Pacers team against Miles Turner, but that's a separate story.
It is also very, very interesting. Very interested in how that's going to play out. Yeah, man, the Pacers are. I just don't understand how the Pacers are going to be able to slow down Giannis, and I think that's going to be enough. Giannis has found a way. This team is playing well. Ryan Rollins is playing really well.
He's really good. Rollins.
Yeah, like he's taken a step forward, and the opportunity of Kevin Porter Jr. being out. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do with it, and it's crazy because he plays fearless. Like when he's driving, and when he was driving in the Golden State game, I don't think he cared who was on the other side of him. Mm-hmm. Like he was like, I'm getting to the cup and I'm scoring. So they're gonna have to try to own the glass. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do that with this Bucks team, but that's what they're gonna have to try to do if they're gonna find a way to stay in this. Is be completely dominant on the glass here. I'm with you. We're 2 for 2 here, taking the favorite. I like the Bucks laying the number. Let's see here. Any interesting notes here for the Pacers or the Bucks? Bucks 5-1 to the over.
I like the over in the game anyway. Indiana still tries to play fast. Milwaukee had a 268 game against Sacramento. I just Milwaukee could, in theory, walk into 125. That's realistic.
Interesting. 5-1 to the over. Bucks are 5-1 to the over to their team total over, but opponents are 2-4 to their team total going up against the Bucks. Shows that it's a lot of the Bucks doing. The Bucks are doing a lot of the scoring, which we're pretty much forecasting here. The Bucks are just going to do a lot of the scoring here.
By the way, just to address JT's point quickly, I know that the Pacers broadcast has actually been interviewing Halliburton mid-game a couple of times because he's still at the venue, just hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
He can get the tech still, JT. You don't have to play to get a tech. Didn't Anthony Edwards get a delay a game thing for not even playing like a day or two ago? I think I saw that.
So you're calling for Hallie from the bench to get a tech?
My argument is I think you're looking at a potential chance where Miles Turner misses a shot, and maybe we get a reenactment of the KG meme. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, because somebody in the chat said Giannis out. Is that?
I haven't seen any updates on that.
Okay.
I see probable actually for Monday.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to end up playing. But unless something was announced recently, of course, if Giannis ends up sitting, then everything we said kind of goes out the window.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Giannis is still active. I haven't seen anything new about Giannis.
No, I haven't either. Okay.
Either way, you remember the KG meme when he was like yelling at somebody on the court for missing a shot? You could just call him trash. That's going to be Halliburton when Turner misses his first 3-pointer. That's my call for this game. So yeah, I think Halliburton can still get a tech.
Halliburton for the tech off the bench. Give me a tech in the game. All the hotheads aren't playing.
Can they fly in Pat Bev? Because unfortunately, he's not on the Bucks anymore.
Giannis probably gets a tech.
I think Mathurin would have been a good call, but of course he's injured too.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Mathurin. That's who I was going for. Mathurin.
They don't have enough bodies. That's the problem for the techs in this.
Oh, yikes! The NASA's catching us straight in the chat. All right, that means it's time to move on. Let's see here. Before we get to the next game on the slate, got to talk to you about mybookie.ag, your place to bet on everything. College basketball going on right now. You can do football, NBA, all of that. The models bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, and easy deposit, getting lightning fast payouts using cryptocurrency. Head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. You get 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. And with Novig, you're getting the best prices on the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN.
By the way, comment section saying Bobby Portis tech foul, which is probably the best guess. It's a hell of a call. It's a hell of a call on Portis.
Very good call on Portis getting a tech here. Oh, I'm disappointed. Very disappointed in myself. All right. What's next? Dang it. My New York Knicks.
They won a game. They got some revenge.
Shouldn't have lost the first one.
Well, yeah, that's your team can't guard anybody, but we'll get into that.
Knicks laying 12.5 at home against the Washington Wizards. 1-5 as well. However, after they got their one win, they immediately went back to looking like exactly what everybody said they would.
They should have 2 wins. I still can't believe they lost the Philly game, but they do have 1 win.
Yep. It's like Titanic. You could play the Titanic music over a montage of that Philly loss.
Yes, it was a really, really bad collapse.
234.5 is the total injury report, and we've got for the New York Knicks yet to submit because they played yesterday. And then you've got Chris Middleton, questionable. Probably kind of wish a couple of more people were on that if you were watching the Wizards, because this clearly isn't working.
I mean, Wizards fans just want us to let the young guys cook, and at this point, you just see McCollum and Middleton just hogging the ball half the time. Like
Chris Middleton not playing actually probably would be the best thing for them. I mean, right now laying 12.5 with the Knicks sounds atrocious. It really does, but the
Wizards are very, very bad.
Horrible. 139, 139, 127, 125 given up since the win at Dallas. How bad is Dallas?
Even besides the Dallas game, you have 133 to Milwaukee in game one. So, yeah, they're handing out 125 to basically everybody at this point. I like the over in the game. I mean, you just touched on it. I like the over in the spot.
Dear Lord. Yes.
Wizards can't guard anybody. The Knicks defensively have been a mess, too. I think this total is actually kind of low. The Knicks defense has been a problem, and it's been addressed in every single press conference, basically. Mitchell Robinson came back, but you're looking at the two games against Chicago. They both got into the 240s, or even one game got to 260. Give 121 to Milwaukee, 115 to Miami, which is actually not that bad because Miami's averaging like 120 and change. But they've had multiple shootouts already. I see a bunch of points. I like the over.
Love the over. Get rid of the hard hat and the Timbs. I don't think they've given that out in a number of games. I please get rid of the hard hat and the Timbs. Man, what's going on in the East this year, man?
What's going on? The Bulls. That's what's going on.
Shout out to our Bulls future.
Shout out to the Bulls, man.
Shout out to the Bulls future, by the way. That's just silently cooking over there. And shout out to the chat who earlier was salivating over all the great white basketball players. Chat was very, very hype about the play of the Lakers and the Bulls as of late. Yeah, man, like I really don't understand how I'm supposed to take the Wizards. Like I understand it sounds horrible laying that amount of points with the Knicks who can't play defense at all, but like the Wizards are not even in these games. Like they're really not even in these games. And it would only be this Wizards team to give the Knicks like the one night of good defensive play for them to hang their hat on and then immediately go back to playing horrible defense again.
See, I'm surprised you're mentioning the defense here. I thought your case for Washington would have been somebody having an MSG game. I was not picking you to pick good defense. I thought you'd pick a random player like a Koulibaly or George to randomly drop 25. I kind of thought that was going to be your rank.
I mean, that can still happen, and the Knicks can still run through this. Like, who's going to carry this Wizards team to being anywhere close to the Knicks tonight?
I mean, the Knicks, in theory, should win this game handily.
Is Keyshawn George going to just carry them? Like, I don't know.
I actually like George a lot.
Sarr?
You've been betting his props. You're doing well for yourself. Yeah, Sarr, I see somebody mentioning his rebounds in there because somebody's going to have to battle with Cat and with Robinson. So in theory,
oh, dude,
might get there by default.
Vucevic was killing Cat.
Yeah.
Killing Cat. Sarr is actually pretty interesting. Has he had a big moment in it?
He had 20 in the first half against Embiid, if that counts. Does that count?
No, I'm talking about an MSG.
Oh, an MSG. That I'm not sure about. He's averaging 17 and 8. He's averaging like 17 and 9. It's been good this season. 43.
So are you on the Wizards or are you on the Knicks?
I don't think I can actually get there with the Knicks.
Oh my gosh.
I understand the Knicks should win this game handily, but I have not seen enough, in my opinion, to warrant them laying 12.5 points because they can't defend. So I like the over as my favorite play, but I can see the Wizards hanging in there. If they get blown out, I look like an idiot. I can live with that. I'm probably not going to bet the spread. But based on what I've seen from New York, they got the immediate zigzag revenge game against Chicago. I can't really read into that, as you like to point out.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see more from the Knicks. I need more consistency. The Wizards can score a little bit. I think that it might be just a high-scoring close game. Give me the Knicks by 8.
It was a perfect deja vu set too, man.
Yeah.
According to plan. I'll take the Knicks. I don't want us to agree on one side of this either way.
It's fine. Once again, the Knicks could blow them out, but I would just want to see more consistency before I lay 12.5.
Please take the over. Just take the over.
That's what I like.
All right. Let's see here. Let's get in another game. We've got the Utah Jazz on the road going to play the Boston Celtics in the Will Hardy revenge game.
I was going to call it a whiteout, but I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, but like, why is nobody talking about the Jazz and as the exciting white team?
Laurie, who's for some reason still there. Walker Kessler.
I mean, he's gonna.
They got Svi Mikhailuk in the starting lineup.
I have a theory about this Jazz team.
Okay.
Boston's laying 10.5. 233.5 is the total. Injury report. And we have for the Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum. Why is his name up here? Like,
because people saw him dunking in a warm-up video, so they have to let people know he's still not playing.
All right, whatever. He's not playing this year.
By the way, Kessler's out, so they replaced him with Nurkic. So another white guy at center. And I forgot Filipowski, too. Yeah, they got a bunch of white guys on this team. Bunch of white guys.
Why they didn't? I don't know why they didn't show any love to the Jazz earlier in the chat.
And Svi's white too. 4 of the 5 starters are white on Utah. Just throwing it out there. Like people get on Boston's case for a bunch of white guys. We have 80% of a starting lineup in 2025 being white for Utah. Just throwing it out there.
Utah just played at Charlotte and got the shit kicked out.
Yes, they did. It was not pretty. That game was over very quickly.
It wasn't good. It was very fast. They've actually gotten the shit kicked out of them by Charlotte and the Suns in back-to-back games.
To be fair, though, Suns kicked the crap out of San Antonio yesterday, so who knows? But yeah, Utah, it's the same story every year, isn't it? They're like feisty at home, useless on the road. Isn't that kind of the same vibe we get from Utah every year?
Yeah, it's starting to really look like that. But I'll say this. Laurie is playing like a man that wants to get traded to a good team.
Yes.
While he still has the ability, but more than likely it probably ends in injury for him.
Injury or injury with quotes involving load management, injury manipulation. But yes.
So I think, first of all, I think all the size is going to give them an issue. They really needed Walker Kessler in this game.
Well, Kessler would have walked into 20 rebounds in this game because the Celtics can't rebound. So it's actually a very good Nurkic game, which sounds disgusting, but I don't know how many other centers Utah actually has. Nurkic might have himself a very good rebounding game. You always say take opposing centers. Nurkic could be in a good spot.
Yep, he very much could. Also, they're getting Isaiah Collier back here today. That's also breaking news as of 30 minutes ago. He'll be making his season debut.
I've been quite disappointed, though, in Filipowski. He was kind of my dark horse candidate to win Most Improved. I thought that there was a chance where Filipowski could have maybe shown something with more usage, and maybe he still can. But he just has not been very good this season, especially after how he ended last year. He's been a mess. So I'm not throwing Filipowski props for this one, unless you want to buy low. But Nurkic, for example, double-double if you want to go for it. His double-double is at 270? Nurkic?
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all.
And Utah stinks anyway, so I don't see them like getting mad and yanking him out of the game. Like, who cares? Utah knows what they are. I don't mind double-double on Nurkic.
So wait, what are we doing with this game, though?
Well, I feel like I have to go with Boston because I said before Utah on the road I have no interest in. It's just one of those years again. Yeah, both the last 2 losses to the Suns and the Hornets were by 20-plus points, both on the road, not surprising. Boston, 3-4. They have not been that bad. Nice win against Philly over the weekend. Got killed by Houston. It is what it is. Houston's really good. Yeah, I think Boston at home, though, and generally speaking, is a solid home atmosphere. I think Utah stinks, but you can argue maybe Utah finds a way to backdoor this, but at least Boston has some talent. Jaylen Brown, I think, can do some damage here. You could argue Laurie can as well. But I'll go Boston personally, but I think I'd rather go for the Nurkic rebounds. Just go for Nurkic props, and I'll go from there. Could be a Peyton Pritchard double-double game, something like that, but this feels more of a prop game to me. I mean, the Celtics aren't a great team either, so laying 10.5 can be a bit dangerous, but, I mean, we saw the Hornets and the Suns both just destroy.
I mean, Will Hardy can't get them to guard the three-point line from one game. They do that. They're in this game.
Yeah. The counterpoint is, of course, if they don't guard the three-point line, they're dead on arrival. So we'll see what happens. It could be a big Derek White game, Pritchard game, who knows? But Boston always has a ton of three-point shooters. Could be a Simons game, who knows? I'm
not sold one way or another. I'll take the Jazz just to be opposite of you.
That's fine. I mean, it's a similar argument I had for the Knicks. You just applied for this one. The Celtics just haven't shown enough to be laying 10.5. My counterpoint is I think this might be a Utah auto-fade road season. We'll see.
I mean, because they can really, I really do think Laurie can have a good game. Nurk can have a good game. Filipowski can have a good game. That can carry them. Like all the bigs can eat and feast in this game.
They can. My concern, though, of course, is you're losing a lot defensively when you go from Kessler to Nurkic, which can be a problem. Because I think Nurkic is an abysmal defensive player.
Yeah.
So
points.
Yeah, that's all I feel.
Again, 233.5. Yeah, over.
I agree. I don't mind Boston team total over. If we think that Nurkic plays serious minutes, he's dropping on every pick and roll. It's just going to be a 3-point shooting fest at this point. So I don't mind the over for the game.
Maybe a sneaky Nurkic assist play too.
Could be.
Very good passer out of the post. All right. Before we get to the rest of the slate, Underdog Fantasy. We got a lot of games. You want to do it at the end, Scott, or should we continue?
Your call.
We haven't hit one. Maybe we need to switch the mojo back to the end of the slate.
We did hit one. We already hit one.
Which one?
We had one with Josh Hart assists in there. And we had LaMelo assists in there too.
Oh yeah, that was
we hit one.
That was the Yapper one. That was the Yapper one.
We already hit one.
It was smaller.
Still counts.
But I just don't feel like we've been doing as well.
Just saying. I mean, to be fair, WNBA went crazy.
I was about to say the account is not as flush as when the WNBA account.
WNBA though, we dominated, so that happens.
The account is not as flush.
Do you want to do it now, or you want to wait? Because we can do it now if you want.
We'll do it at the end.
All right, that's fine.
We'll do it at the end. We'll see. We might be going back. It depends. Either way, play $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBA SGPN.
Rhythm.
So the thing is, Rhythm has been like really, really good to begin the year. And I'm trying to get everybody to understand. Head over games, smart signals, NBA. Let's see what do we have here? Props. We can do props. Got the smart signals. There we go. The smart signals are up for the props, and they're fading Cat today. It looks like that's the biggest one. They like Cat under 12.5 rebounds. They like Cat under points, rebounds, and assists, 38.5. I mean, I don't blame you. Cat was abysmal. And I mean, how bad Cat was in that first game. And then he finished with 22 points. Like, it looked like he didn't want to be there. You think he's hurt?
Yeah, I think it's documented that he has been kind of banged up playing through it.
With the calf? But I mean, like, do you think it's really that bad for Cat?
No, I think it should be fine anyway. I mean, he's still putting up some numbers. It's just not nearly as good as people expected, but I think it's obvious he's playing through something with his leg.
You know, Cat was all NBA second team last year.
Yeah, it was great. People forget how good he actually was last year.
All NBA second team.
Yeah, he was good.
Come on, Cat. You got to be better than this. I knew this was going to be the Karl Anthony Towns experience, though. I knew it. By the way, Rhythm's giving out weekly cash prizes for tracking your bets. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model, and you could win $1,000. Use promo code NBASGPN when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. Houston Rockets at home welcoming the Dallas Mavericks. Houston's laying 12.5, 224.5 is the total.
I'm not going to spend much time on this game. Full disclosure. I'm just not going to spend much time.
If there's one team that Scott is out on, it is for sure the Dallas Mavericks.
I can't stand watching this team play basketball.
Anthony Davis and Derek Lively are both out. Jabari Smith Jr. is questionable. I mean, out of everything bad we had to say about the Wizards, their sole win is at the Dallas Mavericks.
And that was with AD playing, for the record. That was pre-AD injury. They still don't have a point guard. Flag looks, in my opinion, meh is the word I'll use, MEH. So, whatever. He's a rookie. I feel like people kind of wanted a bit more early on. I'm not going to panic too much on it, but I'll give you a question, though. The last game was technically a neutral because they played in Mexico against the Pistons. Dallas is 2-4. Do you want to guess what Dallas's road record is?
So one game doesn't count. So I got what?
Yeah, 5 games.
5 games. 1-4.
They are 0-0. They've not played a single road game yet. Now, once again, the Mexico one's a neutral, but they have not played a single road game.
I didn't even think about what I said. Holy shit, they haven't?
No, it's their first ever road game. So I am not sold on the team anyway.
Well, the Mavericks are historically bad at home.
Yes, but the point I'm trying to make, though, is that without AD, there's a bunch of size you got to worry about for Houston. You've not played a road game yet. You have no point guard. I like the under in the game. I think 225.5 is actually just too high. Houston defensively can be good. Offensively, they've started to get things going, but Dallas does play at a very slow pace, mainly because they have no actual point guard, so they want to play slower. I like the under in the game, but Dallas in their first road game of the season, about 2 weeks in, I'm not interested. I'll go for Houston. I prefer the under at 225.5.
All right, so I know we talk about how bad the Mavericks are, but I think
offensively,
we should really put it in consideration. They are 29th in offensive rating, 28th in points per game, 107.8 points per game. They're turning the ball over at an insane rate, 22nd in turnover rate here. They can't offensive rebound any of the misses that they have. So it's literally one and done possessions the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, 27th in effective field goal percentage. You're missing, and then the other team is rebounding and going back the other way. And now you're going up where you're pretty undersized at this point because now you don't have AD, you don't have Lively. You're really kind of leaning on Gafford and PJ Washington.
PJ has been kind of a mess too lately, by the way, if people haven't noticed. He's been pretty bad the last couple games. If they just go with Şengün and Adams, aren't they just dominating the boards the entire game?
Yeah. Like, I don't know how either one of them gets out of this without a crazy day on the boards. And then you got to figure out how you're going to guard KD.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They're screwed.
I still like the under in the game, though, because I don't trust Dallas offensively. But
all right. I understand it's a very big number to lay, but Houston also, I just want to add, like, for everything Houston is defensively, and I understand Houston has their moments. They really do have their moments. They are the number one offense in the league right now.
Yeah, they've scored at least 128 in 3 straight. I mean, not against the best competition. Beat Boston, beat Toronto, and beat Brooklyn, but still, I mean, 128 is 128.
And I mean, you were right there with OKC, the defending champs, opening night.
On the road.
I just don't think I don't think their schedule has set them up to be tested to prove to us how good of a team they are, but I'm not completely out on the Rockets. I think they're really solid.
They still need to trade for a point guard long term, but with KD joining the fold and with some injuries and everything, they look better earlier on than I expected. I thought they'd still be, obviously a playoff team. I'm not saying that I picked them to suck, but they have started to look a lot more comfortable with each other than I thought 5 games in. I thought it was more of like a 15, 20 game struggle, then they'd figure it out. No, they've looked pretty good in the first couple weeks of the season.
The offensive rebounding and the second chance points are going to be the glaring statistic by the time this game is over. I'll lay it with Houston as well. This is very much chalk-worthy.
Cody's got the chalk.
Yeah, 12 and a half, like, ugh. But, I mean, Dallas sucks.
I'm just sticking with the under. I mean, Houston might cover this because Dallas only scores like 102.
Yeah.
So that's possible, too.
And then Houston's got to cool off at some point. Come on. Let's maybe not run the score up this time. All right. I'm good with that. Oh, I didn't want to get to this game. The Detroit Pistons are on the road. Well, I mean, I do want to get to the game, but I just hate it for the Memphis Grizzlies. Detroit Pistons on the road going to play the Memphis Grizzlies. Detroit's laying 4.5. 236.5 is the total. Injury report. Well, 12's back.
Yeah.
For whatever it's worth.
How do you think the reception's going to be with the fans? You think it's going to be a little bit dicey?
I think they're behind Ja. I think Ja has done enough. They're behind Ja.
Okay. I think you're probably right because he's a fan favorite, but I'm just saying, I'm wondering if there is a breaking point for this fan base.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
They're loyal. They show Mike Conley love. Like, they're loyal. So
don't put any disrespect on Mike Conley. He's a damn franchise legend. When you really think about it, they deep runs with Conley and Gasol than they did with John Morant.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony Allen, by the way, for going back. Zach Randolph. I miss Zach Randolph.
I'm just so shocked at how this Memphis thing just like, I don't understand how we got here.
Are you actually shocked though? Their win total is 32.5. Like, yes. I thought they were going to be bad.
No, yes, I am shocked. Well, I mean, the injuries is not shocking, but
they're always injured.
I just don't understand how you decide you have to pick coach or star.
No, see that part. I think you'd agree. I'm shocked by how quickly the whole thing unraveled, but Memphis went into the season
We're in Game 7.
They went into the season with lottery expectations, according to the sports books. And Edie's already hurt, Clark's already hurt, Jerome's already hurt. I'm not shocked they've looked this bad.
Okay, so the only thing that I'm concerned about is if this is a team, the team rallies, but I clear star and coach going back at each other.
Yeah. And we actually disagreed about these teams because I know you were higher on Memphis than I was, but I was highish on Detroit.
Oh, you know I love Detroit.
Yeah, I was going to say, have we reconsidered our Detroit position a bit? Or
no, I love the Detroit Pistons.
So I think we're going Detroit here, aren't we?
Oh, dude, it's so like I hate to get embarrassed by the Ja comes back with a fury and just destroys this Detroit team. But at the end of the day, Detroit's doing what they need to do. They got a very good win against Orlando that I did not back them in, and I regret it to this day. Of course, did covered against Dallas. Didn't have to worry about that. I mean, Memphis is not playing well, and they're hurt to hell in high water. And now they're on the second leg of a back-to-back.
And for the record, we agree that Cade is better than Ja, correct? Do we agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. So then Detroit also has the best player. So that helps. I'll go with Detroit.
Yes, Detroit laying points on the road does suck, but you know what? I am a believer in this Detroit team.
I don't know. It might be a Memphis thing from last year that we saw. Once they fired Jenkins, they couldn't guard anybody. They kind of fell apart in the standings down the stretch. At some point, you got to prove to me something. And until you show me something, I'm just not going to bet on you. I just don't trust Memphis enough.
I am very interested in what version of John Morant we're going to see out here in the game, and I'm very interested in how the coaching staff responds. Yeah, Memphis. I can't get behind Memphis. I'm taking Detroit. Detroit laying 4.5. You're on Detroit laying 4.5. Total's at 236.5. Yeah, Memphis can't play any type of defense, and now John Morant's back.
I'm trying to think if I actually want the over in this game. Because Memphis offensively really has not been that great. Even with Ja, 112 against the Lakers, 114 against Phoenix. Like, they have not really been as great offensively as people kind of hoped they would be. Mm-hmm. Detroit, defensively, they've been kind of up and down. They've had some high-scoring games, too. I think it's close. I'll actually go under.
Both teams are super fast in pace. They want to run up and down, top 10 in pace for both teams.
I was going to say under, but the pace does help. So maybe over, but I think I just prefer Pistons team total over. I'll dare Memphis to guard somebody.
Yeah. Pistons team total over. Probably the best way to look at that.
Yep.
Or maybe if you want to look at a Memphis team total under. But there is the possibility that Ja actually goes nuclear in this game.
I think Trey sums it up. If you trust Ja, then you're going over, which I think is pretty accurate. Mm. All right. You want to move on?
Sacramento Kings going up against the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets laying 11.5. 235.5 is total. Cam Johnson and Jamal Murray both probable for the Nuggets. And Zach LaVine's questionable. Dennis Schroeder's questionable. Devin Carter's questionable. Malik Monk's out. Keegan Murray's out for the Kings.
They had a win against Milwaukee. They can't guard anybody. The entire backcourt's hurt. But we got a Westbrook revenge game.
And that might actually be something with if the injury report falls the right way. That might actually have some substantialness here. I mean, Denver's one of the best teams in the league. I understand they just took the loss to Portland.
They got robbed in that game, by the way. Kamara fouled Joker at the end. They called it a jump ball instead. They kind of got hosed on that. I thought the refs were atrocious towards the end of that game. But I picked Portland to actually win that game when I was on the show with Alante, but I thought the refs really kind of robbed Denver that game.
Since the, the Feds rounded up Chauncey Billups, Portland's been really good.
Yep.
4-1.
You know how annoyed I am, by the way? Because I was looking for the last couple of weeks, right when the news happened. I watched them play their first game without Chauncey, and they won. I've been looking for Tiago Splitter Coach of the Year odds, and no book carries Tiago Splitter. And it's really bothering me. I've been looking forward for a week and a half.
I think that, one, it is insane because not only did you lose the game, how you lost it to the Timberwolves first game of the year, but now
Splitter's nasty. Guy can coach. He looks good out there.
They just beat them, and they just...
Yeah. Once again, ref assisted, but either way, a win's a win.
Win's a win.
No, Splitter can coach.
So, honestly, not looking too much into the loss. This is Denver off of a loss. The last time they came off that loss to Golden State, they went and they played a bad Phoenix Suns team, and they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Covered the line. It was 13. They covered it, 133-111. If this is going to be somewhat of a trend this year, I feel really good in saying Denver's going to be pissed off after that loss. They do feel like they were robbed a little bit, and it's another blemish on the record, and they're going to come out there and punch this Kings team in the mouth.
You also have to read off the injury report because Schroeder's questionable.
Oh yeah, I did.
I was going to say though, like once again, just to repeat it, with Schroeder being questionable, with Levine being questionable, Monk's already out. That's a lot of production. Whether you like Schroeder or not, or whether you like Levine or not, those are scores on the team.
Yes.
So that's not ideal.
You have to score to keep up with Denver. If you're not going to play lights out defense, you better be able to score to keep up because Denver's that good scoring the basketball. By the way, also, shout out to the Portland Trailblazers on the defensive side. We'll get to them in a second.
Also going to throw out there, I actually did place a bet on this game overnight. Do you want to hear what I took?
What'd you take?
I took a Westbrook triple-double at 196-1. 196-1.
That's crazy that's the price.
Well, to be fair, FanDuel gave me a boost, so I did the make your own triple-double. Mm-hmm. It's 25 to win 4.9K. So I've spent $25 on dumber things. So we'll see what happens. But assuming Schroeder doesn't play, Levine doesn't play, you know what? Westbrook maybe just says, I'm going to get mine. You lost. I won. I had a triple-double. So I'm kind of hoping Westbrook stat pads. Had a double-double against Milwaukee last game. And now Schroeder might not play. So is my play going to win? Absolutely not. But it's 25 to win 4.9K. Like, I went for it. Whatever. It is what it is. But I think Denver kills it.
Jesus Christ. I'm over here trying to build it myself.
The odds have dropped significantly because people realize that Schroeder's not going to play, or he might not play, but I saw a shot and I took it. So if Westbrook gets there and makes me about $5,000, I'll buy a jersey.
I see a 65. I see a 65 to 1 out there still.
Yeah. So I had a boost with it though. So it was like 150, 140, and I bumped it to 196. Look, 200 to 1 for what could be a starting point guard to get a triple-double against his former team, sure. I can spend $25 on dumber things.
71, actually.
All right. Do I think he gets there? No. So I think I donated, but we'll see.
All right. Very much. I mean, take the triple double and throw
That CLV is crazy.
and throw the Nuggets to cover the 12 and a half because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what Westbrook does. I don't think they're covering this line. I think they're going to beat up on them. I think they're going to.
I only bet it for the usage, so that's the only reason why I took it.
All right.
By the way, Luis mentioned double doubles at 534. That was like 13-1 last night.
Yeah.
For Westbrook. So you missed a lot of CLV on that.
Yeah. Okay. Horrible. I mean, shout out to them for getting that win against the Bucks, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be ugly after that. All right. 235.5 is the total. Just Denver team total over.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't mind the under, though. Denver defensively has not been that bad.
And I'm saying, and I don't know the Kings, like the injury report, all that offensive production. It doesn't make me feel good that they're going to be able to keep up with the total. Yeah,
Denver defensively 111, 114, 88. Even the loss to Portland 109. Portland's been playing very fast. They only scored 109, so I actually don't mind the under. But I think it's mainly based on the Denver defense being maybe a bit underrated. Mm-hmm. With you, Kings team total under, Nuggets team total over.
Yeah, I wonder what that Kings team total is. That's actually a really good spot. Let me see. What's that at? 111.5.
No.
Yeah. Feel good about that, especially if you're telling me those guys are going to be out.
Yeah.
All right. Next game up. Los Angeles Lakers. Oh, I am so interested to see where the chat feels about this game. It feels like there's some conflict here. Los Angeles Lakers are on the road going to play the Portland Trailblazers. Portland's laying 2.5. 236.5 is the total. Injury report, these two teams, and we've got the Lakers, nothing because they played yesterday. By the way, shout out to the Lakers and the exciting whites over there.
This is the second time Portland's played the Lakers when they're on a back-to-back, right?
Really? Oh, wow. They did play them on a back-to-back.
They were my lock when they played the Lakers the first time and they buried them. But yeah, the Lakers have been on a back-to-back. This is the second time they take on Portland.
Shea and Sharp, probable. Damian Lillard. I don't even know why. Like, why are some of these names up here? Scoot Henderson out. Matisse Thybulle out. Blake Wesley out.
Shout out to Thybulle, though. He played a couple games. I'm proud of him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great spot for Portland, but the Lakers have, Reeves and Luka. And
immediate revenge.
Yeah. I don't really care about the revenge part. It's more just Luka actually playing, because I believe I think Luka missed the first game against Portland.
Because it was like the Reeves.
Yeah, Reeves at 41 and nobody cared.
That's what I thought. It was like some 40.
Anyway.
Yeah, Reeves has some big game. I don't know. It might actually be enough. But I really do think they're playing well. But it's not like it's been perfect. I have to get a position on this game. I really do I am kind of selling myself a little bit more on the Lakers. And I don't want this to be personal bias of thinking the Lakers are going to fall off a cliff at any point, especially because of how much I like Portland right now. But I think the Lakers have been playing like really solid ball. And the exciting whites with who is 12 also going out and
Moravia's been great for that team.
Yeah, playing really well coming off of the bench. They've been really, really solid to the number, really, really solid scoring the basketball. The defense hasn't always been there, but I thought Miami was a really good team. I still do think Miami is a pretty solid team, and that was a really good win with Luka in the lineup. I think that this is, Luka's carried the Dallas Mavericks 2 solid wins. And if Reeves is going to continue to play this well alongside him, I think they'll be fine. I really do. I'm sure the Lakers are probably going to have some outs on the second leg of a back-to-back here. I don't think I'm really too concerned. I think I'm going to say the Lakers plus the points.
Okay. I'm going to go Portland. I understand the angle you're talking about. Luka playing in the second game definitely helps because he did miss the first game against Portland, but it still comes down to the Lakers only winning when their star players have monster games. I know Laravia has been very solid since he's gotten more minutes, etc., but the rest of the supporting cast isn't very good. I think Portland has a certain amount of depth and a certain pace that can really frustrate teams when they're on back-to-backs. They're aggressive on ball handlers. They rotate a bunch of guys.
How many teams have they played on a back-to-back this season? It feels like almost everybody.
That I'm not sure. They played the Warriors and beat them by 20. They played the Lakers and won by 14. The point is, though, they play fast and they're aggressive. Like, I do think they can present problems to a potentially tired Lakers team. And Milwaukee, and we know that Miami plays fast. So you have two teams that play fast-paced back-to-back. It's really not a great spot for the Lakers. I'll go for Portland at home. In Thiago Splitter, we trust. That's where I'm at. If the Lakers won and Luka drops 40, it is what it is. But it's a great spot for Portland. Rest advantage at home. No travel because they played Denver over the weekend in Portland. I like the spot for Portland.
I hear you say that. But then it's like Luka's had 3 40-point games this season already.
Mm-hmm.
It took the Miami Heat to get to force him into a bad game, and a bad game was a 29-point triple-double.
I don't know, because Reeves dropped 41, and they still got blown out by this team. At home.
Yeah, now they got Luka, too.
No, I get it. My point, though, is I think Portland defensively can actually present some problems.
I do. So, I get what you're saying. I do. And I think instead of taking the Lakers, I would just take Luka or Reeves.
Yeah, that's fine.
I feel pretty good about that. And saying that they would actually, I would rather just take Luka. Luka has 3 40-point games this season.
I mean, it's very correlated. If the Lakers are going to win, Luka probably has a masterclass. So that's pretty predictable. So I'm fine with that angle.
Yeah.
All right.
However, I'm going to be on this Portland Trailblazers. I really do like this Trailblazers team.
I really think that Splitter has a chance to win Coach of the Year. I think he's got a shot at it. The narrative's great. He looks good. Portland looks competitive. We'll see how Scoot looks once he's healthy again. Portland's feisty. The team, we like their win total over because we thought they could be a play-in team.
Yeah.
They look hard. They look competitive. And Ant even said you can no longer pencil in free wins against Portland. Like, teams are noticing this team's tough to play against.
Let's see here. Let's look. Splitters still not listed.
I know. A bunch of books. I saw BetMGM had him at 40-1. But of course, I'm banned from that book, so I can't use it. So every other book just doesn't have Splitter listed. So I'm just stuck. So we'll see what happens. But I think Portland's actually solid. They've impressed me. And Avdi looks really good.
All right. Drewski's asking who's going to score besides Luka and Reeves. They've shown in the past that they can win games without anybody else doing anything besides Luka or Reeves. Like, I don't know, man. It's just something that's stuck up this Lakers team ass, and they can continue to win games. And total's at 236.5.
Portland plays fast, but the Lakers are on a back-to-back.
I think I'll still go over.
I don't really have any strong opinions about this game for the total, but I'll go over with you.
Yeah, not really. I'll definitely be watching this one from the sidelines more than likely, and just enjoying the game.
Same here. I'm intrigued by the matchup.
Very much so. All right, Miami Heat on the road going to play the Los Angeles Clippers. The Heat aren't going anywhere because they just lost to the Lakers and did not cover as a dog, and now they're catching even more points against the Los Angeles Clippers.
Shout out to Bronny, by the way. Caught a lob dunk. Shout out to Bronny.
Austin Reeves, first player to ever throw a lob to a father and son duo in the NBA.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Good for so is anybody going to confirm this? Or I'm sure, I can't think of anybody that's played with the father-son duo, but I
can't imagine.
It has to be Reeves.
I don't think anybody played with Rick Barry and his sons, so no, I have to imagine that Reeves.
That's going to be such a fun trivia question in 15, 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
All right, Kobe Sanders, Jordan Miller out. Nothing from Miami yet. We'll see if Norman Powell is able to go in the Norman Powell revenge game. If Norman Powell plays in this game, fire up every single Norman Powell, like all of the points. If Norman Powell goes in this game, by the way.
I want to ask you though your thoughts on the Clippers because they're 3-2. I've been very unimpressed. They're a very Jekyll and Hyde team. They're either really good or what the hell are we doing out there? There's like no in between. So
did you see the buzzer beater?
I did. I put the game on, but why are you in a sweat with the Pelicans at home?
The night after you scored 79 points, or not the night after, but the game after you scored 79 points against the Warriors.
You're in a dogfight against the Pelicans at home as like 12.5-point favorites. Like I was not impressed. I had Harden assists as my lock, which got there easily. Shout out to Harden. But Harden had a great game. Kawhi has a solid game too in the game winner. Why are you in an absolute war with what could be the second worst team in the entire league? I'm just so unimpressed by this team. And Beal's been terrible. Beal's been a mess with this team so far. Miami, though, on a back-to-back. They have some depth, though. It might be a classic trap spot for me where the Clippers just bury him, but I'm taking Miami.
No, come on, man.
I'm going to. They have
Miami Heat as a dog. It's Miami Heat as a dog. Miami Heat as a dog on the road. All of those things are good. The Heat are 4-1-1 against the spread this season, going up against the Clippers, who are 1-4 ATS. The Heat love to run. They run. They are fast. They are the fastest team in the league. Pace. You're going to get a team in this Miami Heat team that's going to run up and down the court, going up against this old man Clippers team trying to keep up? No way.
Put up a comment on the screen that the Clippers actually play the Thunder tomorrow. So this could be a very big look-ahead spot.
Dude, Heat plus 8.5. Heat on the money line. This is a great play.
I just don't trust the Clippers enough. The Clippers, I didn't trust them in the playoffs, where I thought the Clippers would maybe win 50-plus games, still might, and then eventually they would choke in the playoffs because they always do. They're coasting through the regular season. We're 5 games in. I just haven't seen enough consistency from the Clippers to want to lay 7.5 against what I think is a competent Miami team.
Yeah. All right. Very easy there. If Norman Powell plays, I mean, fire him up. Fire all the way up. All the Norman Powell props. All right. 226.5 is total.
I always said the Heat want to play fast. So do we want the over? Or do you think Miami plays slower?
No, I think they're gonna play fast. It's just how good. Like,
it might just be correlated. We think Miami might win the game, so we think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, Miami and over, but like it's the Clippers. It's the Clippers for me. The Clippers doing their part is what's concerning. I think I just like the Heat team total over.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think the Clippers are good, man. I don't. All right. Heat flow chart. I understand. We had a hiccup last game. Heat flow chart. All right. Lock, dog, underdog. Wait, what were we doing?
I was going first initially, but I don't know if you want me to.
Oh, no. Keep it going.
All right. So for my lock, I might get very, very degen with my plays today, which I'm fine with. So for my lock, I am going to take something absolutely disgusting, but I think there's some value on it. The question is, do I want his points at 9.5, or do I want his points and rebounds, which is available at 18.5? It actually is Nurk. Yeah, it actually is Nurk. I know.
I heard 9.5 points.
I know. It's just such a low number against Boston. I mean, Boston's allowing, I believe, the second most points to opposing centers in the entire league. I mean, Nurkic, though, has not been good, obviously, but Kessler's not playing. He should get a bunch of minutes. I'll go for it. I'll swing for it. Give me Nurkic over 9.5 points at -105. He's had 14 in 2 straight against Boston. Those were last year's meetings as well. I think he'll play in this game. And the fact is, with Keita and no front court, I don't mind the matchup. So I'll go for Nurkic over 9.5. Don't try this at home. At -105 for the points. For my dog, I'm going to go back to that Portland game. I'm going to take Klingon. Give me the Klingon over 11.5 rebounds at plus 214. He had 12 in the last game against the Lakers last season. This season, in the first meeting, he had 14. So we know Ayton rebounding can be quite optional for him, but I do think Klingon has a good opportunity to get some boards here. Had 15 against Denver. Thought he looked pretty good. Had 14 against the Lakers. I think it's a decent matchup for him. So I'm going to go with Klingon over 11.5 rebounds at plus 214 as my dog.
Lock. Nuggets laying 11.5. Russ is leading the team today, it looks like.
I hope so. Make 5K if he has a triple-double.
Very easy there. And Nuggets off a loss.
Yep.
Dog. Now, should I get cute and take the Heat in the first half and, save myself from any, crazy second half heroics or anything? Or just go full out, full game?
It's your call. Do you prefer the Clippers no showing and coming out flat, or do you think that they just choke late? That's kind of what you're asking.
The Heat are on the second leg with back-to-back.
I'd assume you'd want the first half because fatigue might kick in for Miami in the second half.
Yeah.
So I assume you'd want first half.
5-1 ATS in the first half. Yeah. All right. We'll go first half. Plus 190 for the Miami Heat. That's my dog.
All right.
Underdog. So, man, I wish Norman Powell was just, hey, he's playing. But, we got Giannis in the pool. We've got the bigs of Houston against Dallas.
That one has blowout potential, though, or they might be sitting some guys.
Okay.
Which could be a problem. There are a lot of big spreads tonight, which can be annoying for props. I mean, do you want to just go Giannis?
Yeah, Giannis can definitely make the card.
Sure.
Points and rebounds.
Yeah, we'll go points and rebounds. We know Miles Turner doesn't rebound.
All right, 43.5 higher.
Sure.
So no interest in the Miles Turner revenge game.
No interest for me at all.
Okay, let's see.
I mean, do you want Jokic triple-double in there because he kind of walks into him every game and Sacramento can't guard anybody? I'm not sure if that counts as a free space, but that could be something that's...
It's literally the same price. It's basically even minus ones, even money, whatever you call that for underdog.
I get it. I'm just wondering, does that interest you at all?
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
Okay.
It's a free square.
Just throw that in there. And anything else you were interested in?
They do have a number on Norman Powell.
Okay.
Good chance that it is 19.5. There is a chance that it voids.
Yeah, I don't know if I really want to bother giving out an entry where one leg might just void on arrival. I think I'd rather just pick something else.
Let's go back and make sure there's no updated news on it. Oh, man.
It still says questionable. I don't see anything new.
Yeah, don't know. Don't know if he's going to play. All right. Norman Powell's. Just know that we like Norman Powell higher, 19.5 points. I don't know, man. Luka's at 32.5, and he's 32.5, and he's got three 40-point games.
Yeah, we'll take Luka. Why not? We'll go for it.
His bad shooting night was last game, and he still got 29. Feel pretty all right with 32.5. When Luka plays, Luka's just going to score. So, wow. 3 chalk players. How did we get a lineup with Giannis, Jokic, and Luka?
I know. We really thought outside the box for that one. Whatever works, man. Whatever works. Once again, the longer shots are my damn lock and dog. I got Nurkic as a lock in 2025. So if that loses, I gotta, you have the right to roast me in the comment section because that is definitely not what anybody expected going in. But as you always say, start your centers against the Celtics, man.
Yeah, man. All right, Giannis higher, 43.5 points and rebounds. Jokic higher, half a triple-double. And Luka higher, 32.5 points. With that being said, that is going to be 5.63x. $100 gets you $563 over there. Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, anything else for the people before we get up out of here?
Not really. A fun episode in general, and hopefully make some money.
The chat is funny. The chat is funny. We'll talk about it. We'll see what we can do and get going over here. But all right, with that, he's at Rush already. I'm at really right __. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA. And yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to say. Nothing else to do. No other way of ending podcast. Just gonna end like this: 5-star rating and review, and like the stream on the way out. We are out of here.
Basketball, gimme, gimme, gimme.